Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2022. Now, you may have a field that has some weeds growing in it. What do you do? Well, this video's all about weeding and using liquid herbicide sprayers to get rid of those pesky weeds, giving your crops a chance to grow. Okay, well let's get into this then, because what do we need to get that field ready to be planted? Well, straight off the bat, we're going to need to get rid of those weeds, and for that we're going to need a weeder. Now, just like in normal farming, in Farming Simulator 2022, weeders and herbicides are tools used to combat unwanted weeds in your fields, but they do differ. We're going to get ourselves into the good old shop and get ourselves a tractor, and once we've got our tractor, we're going to go and get ourselves a weeder. You'll find them in the weeders section. Now, I don't say that being sarcastic, because some of the sections are completely bonkers. Once you're in the weeder section, you can then select the weeder of choice depending on what you want that weeder to do. Do you just want it to pull up weeds, or do you want to put down some sort of a herbicide as well, or plant oilseed radish, or grass, or canola, for example? It's up to you what you want to do. Some of the more expensive and larger models will do just that, whereas some will just go on basically width of the arms, so in a big field you can do more efficient weeding. I'm going with the Chopstar 590 row and guard. We're going to buy that, no problem. And what we're also going to do then is, because we're going to talk about sprayers and herbicide here, we're going to get ourselves a mega 1200 litre Hardy field sprayer. And you can see there it'll take both herbicide and it'll also take fertilizer. Okay, right, no problem. That's what we're going to be having. We're going to mount them on the back of tractors. So bang in, get another tractor. One each. I'm starting to make money on my farm, so I'm allowed to get a tractor for each of the tools that I'm going to get. And now, once I'm back in the farming shop car park, I can then get all my tools loaded onto my tractors. So there you go. I can see there's my herbicide, my liquid herbicide that will go into my sprayer. And what I'm going to do as well is, because these things tend to be a little bit back heavy, what with the sprayer, I'm going to get a weight to go on the front of the tractor as well. So we're going to buy some herbicide. There we go. There it is. We've got all our herbicide ready. Jump in the tractor and get things loaded up. Right, here you go. Now, if you've got something like a Tobii eye track or a Use VR, you might find it a bit easier to do the loading, or even just using the internal camera on the tractor. Okay, here we go. We're going to reverse it up. As soon as we get close, there you go. We're going to press the Q key, and that's going to get our Chopstar on the back of the tractor. Now, I think we do need a weight on the front of this tractor anyway. If the front wheels start doing that lovely Evel Knievel thing, then you're going to need a weight. I tend to fit one anyway. What's the worst that could possibly happen? That's the weight we're going to go for. We'll say yes. We'll buy another one for the tractor to cut down on time. And then right, okay, now all we've got to do is attach that weight to that tractor without knocking too many things over. So we'll drive around here and start line ourselves up, get ourselves in front of that weight and get it connected to the front. Absolutely no problems at all. Q, there you go. And we can now send this tractor via drive it yourself, or we can send it via the worker down to the field that needs weeding. Now, if you're new to Farming Simulator, that a lot of people are, especially the ones who watch these videos, you could auto hire a contractor to drive your tractors around to the different fields and locations on the map. Select the location, select the drive icon, and away you go, leaving you free to do other things with your time. So what we're going to do here, jump in the next tractor, we're going to connect up to our Hardy sprayer, which we're going to fill from the herbicide. Back it up, get it all connected. There we go. Now, this is typically a little bit back heavy. Raise the front of the tractor off the ground, that's why you need a weight. So now we're going to go and get our weight fitted. Cool. And then we're going to line up to the left-hand side and we're going to pick up the herbicide. Now, as I've got herbicide and I've got fertilizer both sides, it all depends what I'm going to get. Now, obviously, it's picked up on the fertilizer, so all I have to do is I'll fill that tank with fertilizer. I'll move back a little bit and to decant it, I just press the I key to unload it and it loads it in another area, leaving me free to go then travel parallel right next to the next container that's got the herbicide in it. I can press R to refill. That'll fill the tank up with herbicide, and I'm ready to do some crop spraying. So I'll now get my contractor to drive this tractor all the way down to the next field. That needs to have some pesky weeds taken care of. So we're going to select our location on the drive icon, point the orientation, and let the NPCs do all the hard work. And why not? Leaving me free to do other things. Now, once our artificial intelligence contractors get down to the field in question, what we're going to do is we're going to get them set them to work and move some machinery out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set those contractors on weeding fields. Now, I've got two fields very close together. What I'm going to do is set the contractor not only to... Now, with me moving different items out of the way, it's time to get round and get some weeding done. Here's my weeder. Right, okay, same thing here. You can see weeds are growing. I need a weeder. It's a weeder that I have. No dramas there. Into the cab, press H for the AI worker, and the weeding will commence. Nice and easy. Look at that. It's unfolding its arms, and it's going to rip those weeds directly out of the field. Now, let's talk a little bit about herbicide on the adjacent field. So here we are at the shop, we've got our tractor, we've got our sprayer, no problems there at all. We attach one to the other, nice and simple, and then we get some herbicide, we put the herbicide in the sprayer, we get down to the field. Once we're there at the field, nice and easy, we spray the field. Once again, it's the pallets. See, that's where I get my sprayer from, no problem. If you want to get a bigger field with bigger sprayers, longer arms, by all means, it's up to you. But on the smaller fields, you will have collision problems. So I tend to go with that hardy one. It's quite good, you know, it does everything that I need it to do. If I got a big honking massive field, then I'll go for the Commander series. Get my liquid herbicide. The one will do, it's up to your preference. Once we've got it, select buy. Once we select buy, it's in the car park. Once it's in the car park, we can then fill the sprayer up and get on down to the field. Now, whether it's a big field, whether it's a small field, sprayers are very different to what we've currently been doing. This level of herbicide here, right? It's got chemical control. It's a chemical spray that kills weeds, as opposed to what we've been doing in regards to a more manual, mechanical process. It's effective on both young and mature weeds, but the limitations, it does require that careful application. You don't want to go damaging your crops, right? So, basic early stages of crop growth, use a weeder. If they start getting a bit more mature and you need to bring in the chemicals, then a sprayer is what it is for you. Sometimes sprayers are also a lot quicker to get something done, especially if you're rushing. So there you are, everybody. That's the difference between liquid sprayers, like what I'm doing here, and manual weeders in regards to getting rid of weeds on your pesky fields. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you still enjoying Farming Simulator 22 and looking forward to Farming Simulator 25? I'd love to know. I'll speak to you soon.